Have you ever wondered what airlines keep from passengers? From hidden policies to behind-the-scenes truths, there are things they'll never announce over the intercom, but every traveler should know. In this video, we'll reveal 10 flight secrets airlines don't want you to discover, like why your seat might not be guaranteed, how often pilots sleep, and what happens during delays. After this video, you'll never see flying the same way again. So let's start the video. Number 10. Your seat might be rebooked, even after you board. Most passengers think their seat is guaranteed once they've checked in or even boarded, but that's not always true. Airlines overbook flights regularly, betting that a few people won't show up. But if everyone does, someone has to give up their seat. And yes, it could be you. Even after you've settled in, you can be asked to deplane, especially if a crew member needs that seat or there's an operational issue. Knowing your rights is key. In the U.S., you're entitled to compensation if you're involuntarily bumped. Always stay polite but firm, and don't be afraid to ask for a better deal. Number 9. The truth behind weather delays isn't always the weather. When airlines blame delays on weather, it's not always the full truth. While storms or fog might be happening at another airport, sometimes weather delay is used as a blanket excuse to avoid responsibility or compensation. In reality, the issue could be staffing shortages, maintenance problems, or late incoming flights. But calling it a weather delay protects the airline from having to offer refunds or vouchers under federal regulations. This is why passengers often feel stuck without options. Always check flight tracking apps and news updates to get the real story. It can help you argue your case if needed. Number 8. You're probably getting less compensation than you deserve. If your flight gets canceled, delayed, or you're bumped from your seat, chances are you're entitled to more compensation than the airline initially offers, but most people never claim it. Airlines often count on passengers not knowing their rights. In many cases, U.S. travelers can receive hundreds of dollars in cash, not just travel vouchers or meal coupons. But you have to ask, and you have to know what to ask for. The Department of Transportation has clear rules about this, and airlines must follow them. Don't settle for less. Always research your rights and push for fair compensation when disruptions happen. Number 7. Oxygen masks don't come from tanks. Most travelers assume those yellow oxygen masks drop down with a steady supply of stored oxygen from a tank, but that's not how it works. In reality, the masks rely on a small chemical reaction that produces oxygen only when you pull the mask and start breathing. It's designed to last around 12 to 15 minutes, which is usually just enough time for the plane to descend to a safer, breathable altitude. While it may sue. Number 6. Flight attendants have power. You don't realize. Flight attendants hold more authority than most people think. Beyond serving snacks and giving safety demos, they're trained in emergency procedures, de-escalation, and federal aviation regulations. In the eyes of the law, their instructions are not suggestions. They're enforceable orders. If a passenger misbehaves, refuses to follow directions, or becomes a safety concern, attendants have the power to alert the captain, delay takeoff, or involve federal air marshals or law enforcement. Disobeying them can lead to fines or getting banned from future flights. They're the front line of safety at 35,000 feet. Respecting their role is key to a smooth flight. Number 5. Pilots often sleep mid-flight. And that's normal. It might surprise you, but pilots sleeping mid-flight is not only common, it's completely normal and allowed under aviation regulations. On long-haul or international flights, airlines typically assign multiple pilots who take turns resting in designated crew rest areas. This ensures that at least one alert, well-rested pilot is always in control of the aircraft. Even on shorter flights, brief naps, called controlled rest, can be used under strict guidelines to combat fatigue. Far from being risky, this practice is part of a safety-first approach to prevent exhaustion during critical phases like landing. So yes, pilots nap, but it's all part of the plan. Number 4. Some airports are cheaper, even just miles apart. Airfare prices can vary drastically between airports, even those just a few miles apart. For example, flying out of a smaller airport near a major hub can sometimes save you hundreds of dollars. This price difference is often due to factors like landing fees, airline competition, and passenger demand. Smart travelers check nearby airports when booking flights. Sometimes driving an extra 30 minutes can mean major savings. Many travel search engines let you compare airports automatically. It's a simple move that can stretch your travel budget further, especially for families or frequent flyers looking to cut down on travel expenses. Number 3. The food isn't made fresh. It's reheated from days ago. Most airline meals aren't cooked on board or even made the same day you eat them. Much of the food served at 30,000 feet is prepared in industrial kitchens days in advance, then chilled or frozen and reheated just before being served. These meals are mass-produced under strict safety standards, but freshness often takes a backseat to efficiency, storage, and logistics. Because taste buds become less sensitive at high altitudes, meals are heavily seasoned to make them palatable in flight. That's why the food can taste bland or oddly salty. If you're particular about freshness or flavor, it's wise to eat before your flight or bring your snacks. Airlines prioritize consistency and safety over gourmet quality, especially in economy class. For American travelers who value food quality and health, knowing this can help you plan better and avoid disappointment or worse, an upset stomach during your trip. Number 2. They don't announce all safety issues on purpose. Not every safety issue that happens during a flight is shared with passengers, and that's intentional. Airlines and flight crews often choose to withhold certain details to avoid causing panic or unnecessary concern. For example, if a minor mechanical issue occurs but poses no real threat, the crew may handle it quietly while keeping passengers calm and unaware. Pilots and flight attendants are trained to manage emergencies and make judgment calls about what needs to be communicated. Their goal is to maintain control, prevent fear, and ensure a smooth experience. Imagine hundreds of people panicking mid-air over an issue already under control. It could create more danger than the problem itself. For American flyers who expect transparency, this may sound unsettling, but it's all part of aviation psychology and safety protocol. The next time your flight seems delayed or off course without explanation, it might be for a reason you're better off not knowing in the moment. Number 1. Cleaning between flights? It's not as thorough as you think. Airplanes aren't deep cleaned between every flight, despite how spotless they might look. In reality, quick turnarounds mean cleaning crews have just minutes to tidy up before boarding the next group of passengers. That usually involves removing trash, wiping visible surfaces, and straightening up the cabin, but not disinfecting every tray table, seatbelt, or armrest. Deep cleans do happen, but on a much less frequent schedule, often overnight or after several flights. So, while everything may appear neat, germs and bacteria can linger, especially in high-touch areas. That's why so many seasoned travelers bring disinfectant wipes and clean their seat area before settling in. For American travelers who value cleanliness and health, especially post-pandemic, it's smart to assume that your space hasn't been sanitized recently. A simple wipe down can go a long way in protecting you from germs that stick around far longer than your flight. Next time you step on a plane, you'll have the upper hand. These behind-the-scenes airline secrets aren't just interesting. They can save you money, help you avoid stress, and even keep you safer. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Until the next video, stay tuned and goodbye.